Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to rotate the tires on our 2021 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, and in our owner's manual it does say the direction of how we should go ahead and rotate these tires. So let's take a look. So here in our owner's manual it gives a little picture of how to rotate the tires. And generally this is going to be the same for any all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive vehicle. They indicate this little arrow here on the side. I did right, front, and back just for demonstration purposes. So basically here's the front of the vehicle, here's the back of the vehicle. So what this is showing is we're going to take the back tires, bring those straight up to the fronts, and then the front tires, we're going to cross them as we bring them back to the back. I do have jack stands under the vehicle, so I've got them placed under the rear axle, and I do still have my floor jack there as a safety measure, but the jack stands are going to be your most important thing to have. And then here we'll go under, take a look. I've got jack stands, and then same thing on this side. I do have the floor jack there just as a extra safety precaution. So now that we have it up on jack stands, just want to kind of give the vehicle a shake. Yep, we're up off the ground on all fours, not going anywhere, should be safe. So I will apologize ahead of time here. I do have my air impact gun hooked up to my air compressor. So from time to time the air compressor is going to go off, and it is pretty loud as it's refilling. So I'll try not to talk when there is some, when the air compressor is running. But here we are at the right rear, or the passenger side rear tire. I'll go ahead and take this off. So we've got 6 lug nuts. I've got one removed already. Generally they say to go in a star pattern, so you're going basically just going crisscross from lug nut to lug nut. As big a deal as what it is when you're putting the tires back on, because you want to make sure that rim is centered and in place as you're putting it back on. So we're just going to keep crossing each other. So here I am at this one. I'm going to go across this one. Going to go down and across and get the last one. Just give that a little shove. Take your tire off. I'm also going to show just a quick little tip that I use when I put the tires back on. So let's pretend we're going to put this one back on. Going to get it back up, lined up on the lugs. Going to get it straight. Going to get it shoved back as far as it'll go. And what I like to do is get all 6 lug nuts started. You don't want to cross thread any of these lug nuts because it is a pain in the butt replacing these lug nuts if you have to. So get them hand started, hand tighten. And then what I like to do, I do have a little bit of OCD usually. So I'm going to take one here at the bottom, take my socket, put it all the way on, hand tight. Hand tight that one, just to make sure we get that rim all the way back on the hub. So we got that hand tight. And sometimes for good measure, I'm going to hand tight another one. I'm going opposite here, going crisscross pattern. So there I have 2 of them hand tight, so it's pushed all the way back on the hub. Put this on our impact gun. Make sure you put the impact gun back on forward. So I'm going to hit that one at the bottom. That one's tight. My crisscross, I'm going to go across and get the other one. That one's tight. Now I'm going to drop down here to the bottom. Get that one tight. Crisscross, got that one tight. I'm going to go across again. Got that tight. And hit our last one here. And then basically I just go around and hit them all one more time just to make sure. Probably a little bit of my OCD going on. I'm going to put that on. And this time I have a little marking on here saying that that's my 22 millimeter socket. I just kind of watch that. It moves just a tiny little bit. So then I know each of those lug nuts is now tight and that one's ready to go. So now we got all that tire back on, back tight. We'll put you on fast forward and run through this a little quicker. So now I've got all 4 tires off, wheeled them around to the new position. So I'll put you back on fast forward and we'll get these all put back on. All right, there we go. Got the truck back down on all 4s, back down on the ground. Got the jack stands pulled out, the floor jacks pulled out, all ready to roll again. I picked up these little notebooks, have one in each of our vehicles. Just gonna go out to the next open page, write down the mileage, write down rotated the tires on today's date. So then I know for my reference, so say between 6,000 to 8,000 miles is when you should rotate your tires. So I'll keep track of that, keep an eye on it, and go ahead and rotate the tires the next time. Give me a chance to look at the tires, make sure we're still good. Coming up on another Michigan winter here in a few months, so the tires should be great for one more winter, and then probably about a year from now, we'll start looking at getting new tires. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you choose. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.